Hello everyone and welcome back to more Fantasy Life I. The version 1.3.1 has been released on Steam, Xbox, PS4, and PS5. Switch users will have to do with the 1.3.0 version for now, which is actually missing some of the most exciting features about the 1.3.1 update. So that's kind of unfortunate, especially for me because I am playing this game a ton on my Switch too. But the changes should be coming very soon for Switch as well. So let's take a look at what they all fixed. They added a lot of good new stuff. By the way, if you have trouble loading the game on Steam, it's most likely due to you having the camera mod. That was, for me at least, the issue. I kept getting an Unreal Engine 5 crash. I deleted the mod files from the mods folder, and then I just booted up the game via Steam, and it worked just fine. But yeah, let's see. So they adjusted the lock on. This basically means that if you turn this on and you take out your weapon when any enemy is near, it's gonna immediately target that enemy that is closest to you. So let's actually try this out inside of the game. So I'm over here because in this location there's actually something else that I want to test. But yeah, we got this Snapdragon. I don't think I have the actual feature turned on yet. Yes, over here the auto select target in the like the first settings option. So right now is turned off. So if I go ahead, take out my weapon when the Snapdragon is near, it's not gonna target him. I have to manually target him. So let's try that again. Go to options, scroll down a little bit, and turn the auto select target on. All right, so let's go back. I'm just walking beside him, and yeah, as you can see, I just pull out my weapon, and the target button is gonna get activated. It stays activated when I like just disable or like disarm my weapon as well. But yeah, I can just not even face him, I'm pretty sure. Get my weapon out, and it's gonna target the Snapdragon pretty easy. I'll most likely be keeping this feature turned off though, because I like just manually aiming my skills and stuff like that. But this is a cool feature. I definitely like that they added that. All right, up next, they adjusted the camera. This was very much a necessary change. Well, at least it is for the console users because they were not able to install mods to fix the camera. Unfortunately, I don't think the camera mod we had before this update still works. Maybe it does. You might have to check back up on that like camera mod video. I'm pretty sure King Goose and Leafy 101 both made videos on that. So maybe there's already an update for that camera mod, because right now the camera is still worse. Like over here, if I go to a dungeon like this one I'm still in right now, I can't see further. Normally with the camera mod you had like 4 different viewpoints that you could toggle in between. Right now we still only have these 2, and for dungeons it doesn't really seem like they actually fixed anything. I still can't like see the next little flipping square of the dungeon coming up. I really hate the dungeon design of this game. That's probably my biggest issue with it. But let's take a look at how the new camera looks in a little bit. Let's first just keep scrolling through a few of these new updates. So they adjusted flying with Skeleton. Right now, if you are jumping or swimming, you can teleport. Apparently you couldn't do that before. They made a really good and necessary change, and that is they adjusted the live songs, so you can right now re-listen to the live songs if you became a master. So you probably know if you become a master in any given life, they're gonna play a little song. And the crazy thing is you could not re-listen to those songs in any way, which is so crazy to me. They went through the effort to make like a literal song for each life, and they don't give you the option to listen to that again. Like there must have gone so much into the development of those songs, and you can't, like the player just can't listen to them again. That is so weird. But yeah, right now if you speak to the appropriate live master, you can re-listen to the live song. It's kind of weird. I wish you would just have to go to the little place over at the like the capital of Mysteria over here. So if you go right here and to, I believe, this spot with the inn and the tavern, right? If you go inside of this building and go a little bit to the back, that's gonna be the place where the live songs take place. Actually, it's kind of weird that we don't have to go there to re-listen to every live song that we want, because that's how it was in the 3DS game, I believe. Like it was just a very easy and smooth feature that you could do. Right now it's kind of weird. I don't know why we have to go to our live master to listen to the live song, but at least we have the option to re-listen to them finally. So there's expanded key configuration for gamepads, so you can just further customize your control layout. That's pretty nice. And then the biggest change in this update by far is going to be they adjusted the farming actions. So right now they updated the control so that water plants can be performed with a different button from sow seeds and harvest. That is also pretty nice, because I always get scared that I'm gonna like pull out a boss veggie when I just want to water the surrounding crops. So right now you can do that with different buttons, I believe. But then the best change is they adjusted sow seeds and water plants to target all tiles on the farm. That is so huge. I finally can just farm again, because I refused to do so once I got Hero Farmer, because I really hate having to press the button 9 times for every single field, and there's 8 different fields. So you have to press the button 72 times if you want to fill every single field. And after that, you have to water them as well, and you have to actually water them twice for them to go into the sapling stage, or like the sprout stage, and then the real crop stage. It is a horrible experience. I still feel like they could do it even better, like just having a like a feature where you could water every single plant at once and sow every single seed at once, but at least this is a very big improvement already, so we're gonna test that out in a second. They also added something where you now automatically sheath your weapon when you're dashing during harvesting. I don't even really know what that means, and it doesn't really seem that useful because I don't immediately know what it means, so I don't know, it just doesn't sound that useful. And then only for PS5, PS4, and Xbox, because the Steam version already had this option. They added a setting for depth of field. This is probably going to be coming to Switch as well. By the way, the biggest features that are not on Switch yet are actually these improvements to farming and the improvements to the camera. Those two things are not on Switch yet, unfortunately. So if you go right over here to the Switch updates, you're not going to see these here. They did some like other fixes, and they added some things that were on the like the PS5 and Steam versions before already, but not on Switch yet. Also made some cool actually graphic enhancements, so you can now see like the surroundings look a lot better right now. It's rendered from a much further away distance. Also, like the way lighting or like just interacts with different surfaces has been changed a little bit, so this does look a lot nicer already. But yeah, unfortunately we will have to wait a little bit for the farming and camera update to come to Switch. So over here they adjusted monitor compatibility, not really that interesting. Hagram build and God's Touch for Xbox has been updated, so that's pretty cool. But then some big bug fixes that have actually been fixed. So they fixed an issue where in Treasure Grove sometimes the dungeons were not generated correctly, so you couldn't even complete the dungeon. But that is horrible. Luckily I haven't had that happen to me. And probably the most annoying ones is right over here. They fixed an issue where some treasure chests appeared open even though they had not been interacted with, which is actually something we're going to try out right now, because if you come to this place, this treasure chest right over here that is closed for me now is opened when you enter this place. So let's see what is inside of it. They fixed this treasure chest, and it was just it was just 3 Stardust linen. Okay, great. I do believe there is another treasure chest like that I recently discovered in a video that should be coming up like later today or tomorrow. Maybe it's probably going to be tomorrow actually, and it's going to be somewhere in the LEVEL5 forest. But we can test out the camera over here. Okay, it actually still feels a bit weird. So right now we can see, I guess, a bit farther away. Like, can we? I guess we can. Like, let's take a look. We can disable the actual far camera over here. So camera control, we can set this to normal. Let's save the changes and let's see. Oh, okay, this was the normal camera. Oh, all right. Yeah, this is horrible. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay, so over here I can't move up even like a little bit more. This is the maximum amount of things that I can see. So go to options, setting, we're gonna change it back to far, and right now we can look up a little bit more. So yeah, it's definitely better. The camera mod was, I mean, that was just the best thing in this game. Definitely way better than what we have right now. But I mean, if you're gonna be able to do this on Switch and PS5 and all of those consoles, that is, I mean, it's a little improvement. It's not yet what it should be, in my opinion. Like, the camera, it still needs some work, especially in these stupid dungeons, but it's a little improvement. But yeah, right over here, the upcoming video is gonna be one about unlocking all of the, or like breaking all of the dark seals in the game and showing you what treasures they keep hidden from us. And one of those treasures is gonna be this treasure chest, and they did a real good job at keeping it secret from us because you couldn't even open it because it was already open. So let's take a look at what is inside. The bowl of assorted fruit. So this was, I'm pretty sure, an unclaimable recipe so far. Let's take a look. Sort by acquired. Go to the bottom. So yeah, this thing over here, bowl of assorted fruit. You can now get this recipe. I'm pretty sure you couldn't before. Let's take a look at the next bug fix. So they fixed an issue where guild quests did not register as completed even after fulfilling the requirements. I'm pretty sure with this one they probably mean the one on your base camp, where if you build farming plots, you could have built all 8, but if you didn't claim the one where you like had to build 1, 3, or 5, like if you didn't claim those previous rewards, they actually wouldn't be registered. So let's say you built 8 farms at once on your base camp, then you go to like the guild board quest and you claim the quest for building 1 farm. After that, it would say you need to build 3, and it's gonna say like 0 out of 3 farms, which makes no sense because you just built 8. So I'm pretty sure they probably fixed that issue, which is nice because it's a really annoying thing to have to rebuild those farms. I also wish which they would just let you build 8 farms, and then whenever you plant seeds, or like you can interact with the little board to pick which seed you need to sow. Right now, like the farming, there's still so many issues with it, but let's actually test out the one issue that they apparently fixed. So let's go ahead, plant some seeds over here in the base camp. As you can see, I absolutely refuse planting any. So yeah, it does seem like pressing the X button right now is gonna be like a different one, and that's gonna be to water the plants. So if I press A all the way over here, like the left button right corner, oh, I see. Okay, they made a little animation even. That is really, really good. Okay, that's amazing. I'm definitely gonna keep planting seeds this way because that's, I mean, that's just really nice. It's really easy. Boom. Okay, that's great. That is absolutely amazing. Just press one button. Yes, he's gonna plant every single thing at once. You water every single thing at once. Why was this like... I can't believe this wasn't here from the beginning of the game. It is so obviously stupid doing it the way we had to do it, like since 2 weeks ago. Oh, farming is, oh, it's actually horrible. Anyways, let's take a look at the last couple of bug fixes over here. So apparently if you ate some meals where your gathering and crafting were boosted, the amount of turns that would decrease were not like correctly decreased, so that should be fixed now. And then over here, fixed an issue in main story chapter 3 where you need to place the sign and furniture. In case you like lost the item or sold it or something, you can now buy it back from Marco's shop. So you shouldn't be able to get like stuck in the story chapter again. And then in the same story chapter, apparently if you made something in like top quality or something was needed in top quality, you couldn't progress. That should be fixed as well. The next one is actually interesting. So fixed an issue where setting a skill that inflicts status effects on enemies could also apply the status to the player themselves. How does that even work? Like if you attack the enemies, you would like get paralyzed, for example. That is a really weird bug. I have never seen anyone talk about that even, but nevertheless, it shouldn't happen again. And then they fixed an issue where the no mount zones were larger than intended on the tropical isles. We can actually test this out, and that's going to be the last one, because over here they just say fixed other minor bugs. So let's go over to the tropical isles and test out from like which point we can already get on our mount. So I'd have to assume it's probably when we start going on the beach. I always found it strange that we couldn't equip our mount right there. So right now I can't do it yet. And oh yeah, okay, right over here we can get on our mount. That makes so much sense because you just couldn't be on your mount over here previously. I think you could only start getting on it from like right over here somewhere, which makes no sense because this entire space is like not the town anymore. But yeah, as they say, they didn't intend for you to not be able to go on your mount. It was a bug and it's now fixed. So yeah, pretty cool. And with that, that's gonna be it. A pretty different video than the ones I normally make, but I think it's kind of important letting anyone know what kind of fixes they made to the game. Let's say the game was just totally bumming you out because you had to replant all of those stupid farming seeds and you were like, I just can't take it anymore, dude. I'm gonna stop playing the game because farming is horrible. Right now it is at least somewhat fixed, so hey, you could start playing the game again, you know. But yeah, those are basically the key takeaways. The camera is a little bit better, the farming has been pretty much fixed, I'd say, and for Switch users, you will unfortunately have to wait for these two things to come to you. I hope it's gonna be very soon because I am a Switch user. Like, I primarily play this game on my Switch when I'm not recording, and I really want to be able to just plant my crops and like farm them without having to press a stupid button 100 times. Actually, you know what, real quick before ending off the video, I heard some people, or like I've seen some videos online of people getting the like the exclusive unicorn mount, I believe. So let's test that out. Let's go to the guild office over here in Eternia Village, because normally this is like a thing. Oh wow, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it as well because there's a like an exclamation mark around here. So normally this was something exclusive for people in Hong Kong because they couldn't access the game for like a full day, even though they like pre-ordered it. But I guess we are getting the mount as well, so that's interesting. Apparently also Switch users cannot claim this item yet, so I'm interested to see if I use my cross saves to go on my Switch, if I'm still able to use the unicorn mount. Also, I guess my all mount video is no longer accurate because we now have a like kind of exclusive unicorn mount. Is it exclusive? I don't really know. Anyways, let's go ahead and claim it. How to acquire? It's also bonus content, so just like the mini Nebdragon. Let's get on this ugly thing. Let's see. Yeah, that is hideous. Yeah, this mount is definitely not for me. I don't know. it's actually, maybe it's kind of growing on me already, but I wish it was cooler. I don't know. I wish it was cooler, man. It's not that cool. It's cool that it's like an exclusive mount. Actually, that is not really cool. That is kind of problematic. But yeah, hey, Steam users, you can probably claim this if you wanted to. But with that, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more stuff just like this, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Not even 5% of the people watching my videos are actually subscribed, so I would appreciate it a lot if you would do so. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, later. Bye.